Deshaun Jackson, wide receiver for the Philadelphia Eagles, posted this on his Instagram. White Jews will blackmail America. They will extort America. Their plan for world domination won't work if the Negroes know who they are. That's what Deshaun Jackson posted. It went on to say, his post, Negroes are the real children of Israel. He attributed the quote to Hitler. That wasn't a correct attribution, so it wasn't actually Hitler who said it, but he thought it was Hitler who said it. He said it was Hitler who said it, and he praised Hitler, agreed with Hitler for saying that. We're talking about Hitler. We're talking about the guy who slaughtered 6 million Jews in the Holocaust through torture and starvation in gas chambers. Deshaun Jackson agreed with him publicly on Instagram. And what happened to him? Well, the Eagles said, we're giving him a stern talking to, and he has to visit the Holocaust Museum via Zoom. And look, I'm glad that he's doing that, and I hope he learned something. Like, I believe in redemption and grace and forgiveness, and I pray that God uses that to open his eyes and to change his heart and to realize that he was wrong in his ways. Like, I don't believe in cancellation of people and just disregarding people for the rest of their lives because of a mistake that they made, no matter how offensive it is. But the standards just don't seem to be the same for different kinds of racism for different kinds of players. Former NBA player Steven Jackson came to Deshaun Jackson's defense and said that he is, quote, speaking truth about the Jews. Ice Cube has tweeted a series of tweets blaming the Jews for the chaos in the world and the oppression of black people. Lots of people came to Nick Cannon's defense. NBA player Dwayne Wade tweeted in support of him, although he did say later that he wasn't supporting what Nick said, just him in general, which, okay, we'll take his word on that. So Viacom dropped him for the anti-Semitic stuff, not the anti-white stuff, but the anti-Semitic stuff. And Nick Cannon said this: I am deeply saddened in a moment so close to reconciliation that the powers that be misused an important moment for us all to grow closer together and learn more about one another. Instead, that moment was stolen and hijacked to make an example of an outspoken black man. What are you talking about, Nick Cannon? What are you talking about? We weren't even we were not close to reconciliation because of your comment. You literally said that white people are subhuman and that Jewish people are ruining the world. And you're saying that that was a moment that we were close to reconciliation? He says, as for Viacom, who is now on the wrong side of history, he says, I will continue to pray for you. I don't blame any individual. I blame the oppressive and racist infrastructure. Systemic racism is what this world was built on. Man, victimhood is a heck of a drug. So he's blaming systemic racism because he was fired or his show was dropped for being anti-Semitic. This is the unfortunate consequence of making victimhood an identity. You can't let go of it, even when you are clearly in the wrong, because society has said there are different moral standards for some groups. It is impossible for the people who have believed that their whole lives that it is not up to them to take responsibility. This is true of every kind of person, of every background, of every ethnicity who has donned victimhood as an identity. Anyone is susceptible to this. The problem is you can't grow that way. And society is filled with people with competing grievances, and we just can't get along if we keep heading in that direction. And again, that is not to say there aren't people who really have been oppressed or groups who haven't really been oppressed. And I'm not saying that talking about racism or saying that you have been a victim of racism makes you a victim. I am talking about when you are someone who, like Nick Cannon, has made a lot of himself, has worked really hard and been really successful. When you are in the wrong, when you are discriminating against other people and you get punished for that, you don't get to claim victimhood in that case. That doesn't mean that he's never been a victim of anything. That doesn't mean that we can't talk about victimhood where it really exists. But this is a clear case of victimhood becoming an identity to the point to where he is not even able to take responsibility for his own racism.